Hello everyone, Hamas28 here, and today we're back in the back rooms once again. So we've made quite a lot of progress this time around. Where did I put? Right over here. Dang, only 34? I put like 5 stacks of carpet dust in here, but it just chews through it so fast, it's crazy. Which means we can't really run this guy all the time, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and put you back up here. So since last time, I did finish testing all 10 seeds and put the results of each one. So test 1 gave us the nether with standard nether materials. Test 2 gave us deep slate, osmium, and dripstone. 3 gave us dirt grass from the overworld, along with the cow. Test 4 yielded uranium, gold, and diamonds. Test 5 was a nether fortress that spawned a couple blazes, had netherite and more, netherrack, nether bricks, that kind of stuff. Number 6 was a desert temple which dropped a variety of loot, as you can see in here, horse armor, random gear, smithing templates, that kind of stuff. Actually no, the smithing template came from this one. Number 7 was the end, so we were able to get obsidian and endstone. Test number 8 was someone's living room, so it came with a TV, some furniture, carpet, and wooden planks. Test 9 was a ruined portal, so it was pretty full of lava, which is why I put the safety glass on. And number 10 yielded coal, lapis, gold, iron, and emerald. So now we know what we need, what seed we need to plug into this thing to pull out the materials. But going through the quest book, what we're actually working on today is why is it spicy? We're going to be making blaze cakes, because we're going to need this in order to go down this way to the void chassis. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. You just need, for this quest, netherrack, sugar to make a blaze cake, because a blaze cake just takes a spout, lava, and the blaze cake base. You put it in to make blaze cake. Pretty easy stuff. So in order to make the, probably should have saved it here. In order to make the blaze cake, we need the base, and the base takes a mechanical press and the basin, 2 cinder flour, and sugar. So I already have our mechanical press. We're just going to need a basin for this. Let's see, where's my crafting table? And I believe, how do we make a basin? Just 5 ash alloy, no problem. Like so. And now if we come up this way, you can see I moved our Britannia setup over here. I built a little automatic feeder for the endoflames. As you can see, it just drops bamboo palisades down here, so it's always running. That way when we need this again, we'll have a bunch of mana ready to go. And I built a little crushing wheel setup up here, so we can crush stuff on demand like our cinder flour. So let's see, we are going to need to power this and this, so we're just going to put this, let's see, can we just do like that? No, not quite. So we're gonna need to do, because we have to do this, and it needs 1 space above it. So let's turn this guy around. Turn this guy around. Never mind. There we go. And we should be able to connect this just with 2 gears. Let's see. 1, 2. Oh, not the alloy, the shafts. Just like that. So now we take our cinder flour, and you go 1, 2, 3 with the sugar, and you get your blaze cake base. Very simple stuff. And now we have to fill this with lava. So let's see here. We're going to need a spout, which I don't think I have any on hand, but they're pretty easy to craft. Let's see, spout. You need a copper casing and cured glue. Yeah, pretty easy stuff. Copper, we have our wood here, and do we have any cured glue? We have just right here, perfect. Spout. Now we do have to fill this with lava. Luckily we have a massive supply, and I need easy access to it, so we're just going to attach it right over here. Access to the main tank. Just like this. As you can see, it fills up extremely fast. Now if we get a depot, we could put this right here and get our blaze cake base, put it in. Done. Why is it spicy? The blaze cake. Now these are actually quite useful because if you take a look at our fluid tank, we're at level 9. I should be able to feed this to one of the blazes. And it should work. Let's find out. Yup. And now it's level 9. The heat has increased. So if I were to mass produce these, we could get all the way up to level 18, which is very useful, but our power draw is not needed to be that high, and because netherrack is not a renewable resource, I don't think we're going to do that to be fully automatic. There's not really a point, so let's go ahead and make another one. 1, 2, 3. Grab it out there, and refill this. Now, the reason we need a blaze cake is for the next recipe that's going to happen, in that you need a superheated blaze in order to craft it, and blaze cake is the only way to get there. Although with this mod pack you can also break down the this fuel here, this one, the light oil. If you break down light oil in the fractioning still, it will make, I forget what it's called, hyperfuel or something, and hyperfuel can be used in the blaze spawner, in the blaze burner, as superheated as well, which I found interesting. Okay, put the bitumen in there, because I can also burn the tar, which is useful. Why is it spicy? And we get a cake. Nice. Let's put you right over here, right next to the water. Very sanitary. And that leads to dark magic, powers beyond your comprehension. When a shadow gem block is right-clicked with chromatic compound, it will turn into shadow steel. Now it looks like it wants us to make a disenchanter, chromatic compound, shadow gem block, and shadow steel. So starting with the disenchanter, you just need copper casing and sandpaper, which is very easy. If we had paper, do I have any paper on me? I do not. Huh. I have any paper in here? I had sandpaper before, but does not look like it. Where did I leave all of the sugarcane, now that I think about it? Because we had a sugarcane set up back at the old base, but I got rid of it. Did I ever? It doesn't look like I ever replanted the sugarcane. So you might actually be out of paper. That's a little bit awkward. So let's head back to the base. And actually, it's going to take too long. I'll just do a little cut and we'll be right back with the paper. Well, I'm back with the paper. Can't say I know where the sugarcane went. We can always make more using Botania, but no idea what happened to the sugarcane I had. So let's make our sandpaper. Put the sand and the paper away. If you forget, you can actually make paper by washing the, whatchamacallit? The wallpaper. Copper casing. So copper and 1 bamboo. To make our disenchanter. Now you have to be careful with this because it will take your stuff as well. Oh, did not mean to flip that. And then we need chromatic compound, which as you can see, it's made from 100 millibuckets of liquid experience, flux dust, and a dye base. Then as you can see here, it takes a superheated blaze burner to power this. And do I have any spare blazes? And I do actually, right over here. I can borrow the one that's in charge of making bronze, and then we can put him back later, because his job is finished. Pretty sure he's not making any more bronze right now. Yep. Let's see, this might explode though, so let's put a fluid tank on the top. Huh, doesn't look like there's any lava actually going into it. That's funky. Oh no, there it goes. So I know to replace him. And we already have our mixing setup up there. Well, actually, that's not a mixing setup. That's just a pressing setup. So let's steal the mixer from here as well. Yoink. Oh, we also took his straw. That's fine. You're eating a blaze cake, buddy. You're not slurping down any lava. And I should be able to just attach the disenchanter directly to the basin, and that should work. Let's see, why do I have a basic burner? We don't need that. So if we come back up here, replace this with our mixer, and that's actually not gonna work. That means I need some bigger gears. Let's see. Where'd my wood go? There it is. 1, 2, 1, 2. And let's see. I need to empty this inventory. I have way too much junk. So we need to take this off. Attach here. And then this will go on the top. Like that. Then we can place the basin right here. Mixer goes right here. And we need to scoot this over 1. I think. Why won't that? I think if I put it in the corner it should work. Or if I take one of these little gears and I do it like this, this should work. Yep, there we go. Mix here. Then we need our blaze to be under this guy. Take our disenchanter. Actually, I think I need to pump it out, now that I think about it. Let's see. Disenchanter. Yeah, you need to attach it to a pump. If only there was an easier way to get it inside. Let's see, where do I have... Is there anywhere I can steal a pump that's really easy to use? I'll just have to attach a pump right here. So we'll put the disenchanter right here, and then, oh, okay, it took my experience, I forgot about that. If you stand on top of it, it'll just start sucking the experience out of you. Let's make some room in the inventory. Don't need this, don't need rotten flesh, don't need these bones. So if we come back over here, we need to put Fluix Dusk and Dye Base. 1 Dye Base, 1 Fluix Dust goes in here. Grab our pipes. That takes 1 cogwheel. And then, let's see, this is already spinning that way. So if we put it like so, turn that. We should be able to connect this. Pretty close. And then, let's see, how can I... 1, 2? I think that'll work. Gonna need a lot more of these. Because we want to do 1 here. And then there. Right. And then we'll need 1 more. Misclicked. Put it down here. And now it goes in. And now, if we superheat this guy with our blaze cake, we get 1 chromatic compound. Then we have to right-click a shadow gem block with the compound to make shadow steel. And now to make the block, we need 4 shadow gems. And this will require the crucible. We need 4 of these. We need 4 charcoal, 4 empowered void crystals, 8 soul shards, and 8 essence of death. And essence of death comes from this crafting recipe here in the crucible. We need a zombie heart, rotten flesh, 2 bone meal, and charcoal. So we're gonna need 8 of this. So we need 2 zombie hearts, 2 rotten flesh, 4 bone meal, and 4 charcoal. Let's see. If you noticed, I have the zombie hearts in my inventory, because I thought ahead this time before jumping in. If you're wondering how to get zombie hearts, it's actually quite simple. If you consult the book on Summoning 101 and go to Lesser Summoning, you can see you can summon a zombie brute. And the zombie brute only takes charcoal, 2 lesser soul gems, and 2 rotten flesh. You use our brazier setup here, and you summon him. It's very easy. It did say that the zombie heart is a 10% chance to drop, but I killed 1 brute and got 2, so I'm not quite sure how true that is. So let me put the book away, because we don't need it for now. And what was I doing? I completely forgot. We're making shadow gem blocks. So we need to get the essence of death first. So we're gonna need rotten flesh, bone meal, and charcoal. I put the rotten flesh and the bones down here. 2 bones, rotten flesh, turn that into bone meal. And then we need charcoal. Let's see here. Do we have any charcoal left over? We do not. Did I have any charcoal in here? We do have some trees downstairs, so I can cut those for charcoal. Yeah, no charcoal, huh. Okay, let's go downstairs. As you can see, I've been using the reality warper machine to pull in dirt, so I can make a little semblance of the overworld down here. I was hoping the cow would come down here, but I think he's stuck over there somewhere. And no, I'm not that powerful. It's just for some reason in the pack they decided that, like, dirt doesn't need any tools, neither does logs. They just break instantly, which I'm not complaining about. This saves a lot of time on tools. It makes it very easy to harvest. So if we come back up here, we're going to throw this in our coke machine, and it should... Does it turn it into charcoal? Or does it just turn it into coke? Because if you put furniture in there... Let's see, coke oven. Yeah, it turns it into charcoal. But since we don't need too much, I might as well just use the little furnace we have over here. And I already made charcoal. Forward thinking. Good stuff on me. I remembered. Okay, so now let's make our essence of death. So we need to boil the water first. 1 zombie heart and rotten flesh. Wait for the color to change. 2 bone meal. Stir, stir. Wait for the color to change, and then put in your charcoal. Okay, so 1 bone meal, 1 rotten flesh. I don't want to mess this up. 1 bone meal, 1 rotten flesh. 2 bone meal, 1 charcoal. And I'm being very serious about this because I don't want to waste the item components. We only have 2 zombie hearts, and then I'll have to summon more. So let me repeat the steps. Boiling water. Zombie heart, rotten flesh. Wait for the color to change. Bone meal, stir, stir. Wait for the color to change. Charcoal. Done. Okay, let's try it. And there's no water in here. Awesome. Let's see, do I have a cobblestone block? Yes. Okay. I'm ready. Zombie heart. Rotten flesh. Color change. Bone meal. Stir once. Stir twice. Charcoal. Essence of death. Awesome, okay. Heart. Rotten flesh. Bone meal. Charcoal. Just gotta do this one more time. Okay, wait for it to boil. Boiling. Zombie heart. Rotten flesh. Bone meal. Stir once. Stir twice. Charcoal. Nice. You would not believe how much material I wasted trying to make lapis in this machine. But now we can make our shadow gems. And this is the one that's going to take a lot longer, because we need 4 of these. So we need 4 charcoal. 4 charcoal. 4 empowered void crystals. Let's see, where's our void crystal? Let's empower these guys with our tower. We only need 4. Let's put the rest away. Luckily, this one goes very fast. Oh, I put those in the wrong spot. And now the last one is empowered. Okay, 4. 4 charcoal, 4 empowered void crystal, 8 essence of death, 2 soul shards, and water buckets. So, put the water in here. Charcoal, color change. Void crystal, essence of death, stir. Okay, charcoal, color change. Void crystal, essence of death. 2 of these. Okay, charcoal, color change. Void crystal, essence of death, stir. 2 soul shards, essence of death, stir. Okay. Double check one more time. Okay. Charcoal, color change. Void crystal, essence of death, stir. 2 of these, essence of death, stir. Awesome. Let's see. Let me take out the sticky piston stuff, because that was a waste of time. I should probably put a storage thing in this chest so I can actually use it, instead of it just being there. But I digress. Okay. 3 more times. Just 3 more times. Charcoal, void crystal, essence of death. My inventory is very full. 2 void crystals. And 1 more essence of death. Okay. Charcoal, color change. Crystal, essence of death, stir. Soul shard, essence of death. Okay, 1. Stir once. 2, 3, and stir. Okay, that's 2. 2 out of 4. Eat some cake. Get the energy back. Okay, charcoal, void crystal, essence of death, soul shards. Charcoal. Wait for the color change. 1, 2, stir. 1, 2, 3, stir. Okay. This one's for all the marbles. Just gotta get this last one right and we're finished. Charcoal. Void crystal. Essence of death. Soul shards. One, 2, stir. 1, 2, 3, stir. Thank goodness. Make 1 shadow gem block. Place the shadow gem block. Use the chromatic compound in order to make shadow steel. Dark magic completed. Ah, what is that? Chilled. Okay, I was not expecting that. That's actually from the it's from Eidolon Reprise. It's the wraith, which is funny. There's nothing that said it would spawn a wraith. As you can see here, I think you can see, yeah, there it is, the wraith. Drops tattered cloth. The wraith heart is actually used for a lot of the Eidolon stuff, Eidolon crafting. Luckily, I don't think we need one in this pack. Yeah, potion of chilling. It's really just used for... Oh, we do need it for the undead eye. We need 1 wraith heart. We're also going to need another shadow gem and a potion of undeath. We're going to say that towards the end. Luckily, you just need 1. And as you saw, it's a 5% chance. But it died really easily, so that means it's probably not that hard to do. And if you were wondering what kind of status effect that was, it makes it so you can't heal from anything, even potions. But okay, now that the dark magic is completed, we need to go grab our ender dust, which if you had an observant eye, you would know I already had some in the chest up here. So let's go ahead and grab that. To finish this off, you get another confetti popper. Yippee! And gets us down to the void chassis. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty expensive craft. You need 4 dark steel ingots, calcs of the end, 2 infinity rods, a machine frame, and empowered void crystal. Now, we should have some of this stuff saved so far. And let me empty my inventory here, because I don't need... Shadow Steel has no crafting recipes or anything, so I'm not quite sure what the point of it is in the pack. Let's see. I think that's fine, that's enough room. So I'm not sure what exactly is the point of making it, other than just like giving you an extra objective to do. Eat some more cake. And what was I doing? I came down here for the machine frame. Let's see, save that. Machine frame, how do you make calcs of the end? Ender Pearl and Enchanted Ash. So we should have Enchanted Ash somewhere. I thought I had this. Because you make it just by cooking bones. Oh, there it is, Enchanted Ash. And an Ender Pearl, which you can make from Resident Ender and a ball cast in our Blast Chiller. And you get Resident Ender from the Magma Crucible by cooking Ender dust. So let's see here. Take your ender dust. And what machine did it say? Ender Pearl, Resonant Ender, Magma Crucible. Huh, looks like I don't have one of these. Didn't I have to craft one of these? Pyrolyzer, fractioning, induction smelter, blast chiller. Phytogenic, centrifugal, merciless servo, pulverizer, fluid encapsulator. Huh, I guess not. Because I don't think there's any other way to get an ender pearl. Yeah, dungeon chest or a mob drop. They drop 0 to 1, affected by looting. Can we summon an enderman? Let's see. Summoning an enderman. 2 moderate soul gems, end stone, ender dust, and charcoal. And how do we get a moderate soul gem? You need to sacrifice 1.5 hearts, 2 soul shards, potion of poison, enriched gold, enriched carbon, and a lesser soul gem. Interesting. So that's probably why chapter 5, go back up, has the metallurgic infuser over here, because we're going to need enriched stuff in order to make the void chassis. And this is a lot simpler. You just need osmium, iron, redstone, and then 2 of these redstone furnaces, which they're not super cheap, but they're not that hard to get. As you can see, it just takes redstone flux coil, 2 machine frames, and this. In fact, we might be able to craft that right now. I might have all the materials. Let's see. I think we're just missing bricks. Yeah, this one, because we need bricks for this, redstone flux coil, that's aluminum wire, redstone. Yeah, we might have enough to craft this. We just need to go get some bricks, which we have clay. So we could just get this. We need 2 of these. So we need 2 of these times 4. We need 4 of these, so we need 16 bricks. Grab that, cook this, put that back in there. So let's see if I can finish this off. So that'll be the bricks. We already have 2 extra machine frames in here. That's very good. And then we have engineering blocks, so we can make more if needed. Then we're going to need 2 redstone flux coils, which will take gold and redstone wiring. We have the gold. We need redstone, aluminum. Let's see. And we need redstone wires. So we need to smash these. How many do we need? We need 2 of these. That's 4. So we only need to smash 2 ingots. Let's see. I want to double check before I do this. One time I kept turning it into... Yeah, press it into a plate, and then you can cut it into the wire. Now, did I put a wire cutter over here? Looks like I did not. Is there another way to get this? Oh, we can use the sawmill. So let's come on down here to our saw. And after we make the infuser, this will probably be the last thing we do. Let's see. So if I move this here, put that on the top, and I take this, we get our wires. What was I cooking in here? Oh, the bricks. So the bricks are almost complete. We're gonna need sticks and a crafting table. So if we come out over here, make these, that one, that one, that one, balance it out, make that. Make 2 of these. Make 1 of these. Let's see, grab the rest of our bricks. Come on, hurry up. Quicker, quicker, faster. Come on, you can do it. He's still going very slow. Let's see, we don't need to hold onto the tar. So while we're waiting, let's put that back. How are you doing on bitumen? You're empty. Let's fill you back up. And it was funny, I had a problem with this machine where the creosote oil in here would not flow into the tank, and I found out why. So the coke oven and the pyrolyzer both produce creosote oil, but each mod has its own version, and the fluid tank can't store both versions. The fluid tank can only store one type, and since they're from different mods, both couldn't go in there, and that's where the problem was. Okay, so we have our bricks. Make our big bricks. Make our next redstone furnace. And make our metallurgic infuser once we get some iron in our inventory. Oh, what? Quest completed. Metallurgic infuser. And you can see that leads into the basic control circuit, which we'll need later. But before we can even craft this, we need pulsating alloy ingots from Ender.io, which is why we need to go and make the void chassis. So we are going to have to power this guy, which means I'm going to have to steal some power from this setup over here, which is fine. As you can see, it only takes 8 KFE to run. So we can just steal this. Oh, why did you go right here? Let's see, side config, energy, can't check, top is input, back is input. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, this should work. Yeah, perfect. So now we have the metallurgic infuser, which means now we can make something. Ah, the summoning for the ender pearls. That's what we were doing. I was like, why am I doing this? Because we need to summon an enderman, and we specifically needed the moderate soul gem, which took enriched carbon and enriched gold, which is very easy. Carbon is just charcoal, and gold is gold, of course. So if we plop this in here, I said plop this in here. Oh, this is not the same thing. This is an enrichment chamber, and this is an infuser. And this machine takes a void chassis. Interesting. So we need ender pearls. We have a blast chiller, but we need ender pearls for the calcs of the end, which means, well, we have a blast chiller, that's fine, but we need resonant ender, and the only way to get this is with a magma crucible, and the magma crucible takes a machine frame and 2 of these, which I can craft. I just didn't think I'd have to do another craft like this, because this takes a rune of water and some pewter ingots. That is something I'll leave to solve for the next episode, because we've already gone quite long on this one. But we did a lot. We're getting closer to the end. I'm your host, Thomas28, and I'll see you guys next time.